ASMRTheChew, and I'm your girl Spirit. Welcome back to another makeup story time, to makeup tutorial, relaxing ASMR. Okay, so today, I love this. I got this whole outfit look like this. The legs look like this. It's got like a piece that come all the way up, and it covers up the belly and everything. It got your mama's beard looking snatch. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, so before I get started, let me take a sip of water, cause yeah, I want to say some things. I'm gonna be talking today, cause child, yesterday I went to my storage and I got my stepper, and child, I got on this stepper. I felt like I ran a marathon. I only did 50 steps. I felt like I went around the track 6 times. I was just like, and I already did my primer, my moisturizer for my face, and I got a braid to the back. So yeah, I'm definitely ready to get into the eyebrows and everything else. Okay, y'all, before I get started, y'all know it's a movie that got that doll out. She like a doll, and then she like talk, but then I guess she take over her own circus or something, and she like become evil. I don't know, but anyway, and she be like this. And she evil as freak. Oh my god, yes, yes. We gonna call my sister the evil doll. That's what she is. You think she just a doll? You think she just all cute and pretty? In a moment you're not looking, she doing something freaking evil that she got no business doing. So yeah, add this to your playlist, and this right here is gonna be added to the playlist. Dangling Bell. Somebody said, "Spare, why you call it the Dangling Bell?" Well, as I tell a story time, I'm pretty sure you can figure that out for yourself. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying the same stuff. You don't know, cause I've been dealing with it for freaking years. I've been dealing with it for 41 freaking years. I'm actually 54, but I've been dealing with it for 41 freaking years, and I didn't even know why. I just, like, no matter what I did, no matter what I say, it was gonna still be the same statements. You know what I'm saying? You know, what I learned is when a person don't have grace for you, respect for you, and they can't communicate, and they don't have trust for you, there's nothing you can do. Nothing. And in their opinion, I feel like they would never ever let me get in the area of proving myself to them, no matter how much I love them, no matter how many hugs I give them, no matter how much I listen to them when they are broke down in sorrow, and no matter how much financial I help them out when they need me, no matter when they need me to leave from where I'm at and drive for miles to help them out and be there for them, no matter what I do, they was gonna always keep me in the area where, I guess because they feel like my mother put me in a position to be their mother, so I don't get to choose to not take abuse from my mother and leave the household so that I felt more safer in the streets. Well, that's not really true. So many times I really wanted to go home, but I knew that my mother type person, she hold a grudge so bad, just like my sisters, that she would never let me back home. But even though I wanted to go back home because some things happened to me and I was scared out there and I was alone, but when I think about it, I'm actually alive. I probably wouldn't even be alive if I didn't choose to leave at almost 13 years old. So now my sisters don't feel like they have a problem with me because I didn't want to be their freaking mother. I am not their mother. I am their sister, their older sister, and I shouldn't have been in a position to have to feed them, change their diaper, wipe put them in a tub, do their hair, take them to school, take them to daycare, watch them for days and days out, sometimes weeks, and my mother not being there, and I'm literally like 5 and 6 years old. As a matter of fact, I was younger than that, because when my mother started having my uncle babysit me and then deciding to make me his freaking play toy and his freaking girlfriend, and my mother knew and thought she cared for me because she was telling me she loved me. She was telling me she looked up to me. She was telling me that I mean everything to her. But she was that doll telling me, I love you, I look up to you, I care for you. And then behind my back, it was like this. As soon as I walk away, like that, just evil. But anyway, let me get started on it, because I could tell story time for decades. I just might do that. Let me get started on my eyebrows. Okay, I've sharpened up that brown pencil. Where is that? Oh, I already drew them on. Okay, so let me get my brush. And, wait a minute. I want to get my cream. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the cream. It's this dark brown cream that I got. Oh, y'all, my makeup brush got this red, like lipstick stuff to it. It's a good thing I look. I'm about to mess up my green, pretty granny apple outfit. Oh my God. Okay, so let me tell y'all something. I did a story time a long time ago where I was thinking about my mother. Like, I would go literally travel hundreds of miles to come see my mother and my siblings. And every time I came, I was bearing gifts. Every time I came. But every time I would come, I only had one real connection that I felt like I could contact and, I would be safe with, or if anything go down, emergency, she would be there for me. And you know what, to think about it, to be honest, when I think about it and go back, she has never, ever been there for me. And when I needed her, things never, ever worked out. And I always just kind of like nonchalant it, like, well, I know if she could help me, that she would do it. I know that if I can trust her, I can trust her. I know that if my kids need her, she gonna be there for my kids. I know that if I need her on whatever emergency, she gonna be there for me. And she was never there. I would just always say to myself, yes, she would be there for me because I love her, I trust her, I care for her, and she loved me so much. So I dogged. But she was that evil freaking doll. She was that evil doll. She ain't give a freak about me. As a matter of fact, she hated your girl. She hated your girl's spirit. She hated me with a passion. Time ago, me and her was talking. We was having a conversation. And something had came up. So I had asked her about it. I think somebody told me. So I asked her about it. Said she was in the hospital. For like emotional issues, right? And I was so like sympathetic. I was so concerned, like so sad about it. And I said, girl, when was you in this situation? Why didn't you call me? I would have drove all night. I would have flew if I had to get and get somebody to take me up there, take a bus, train. I would have been there by her side. And I told her, I said, you should have called me. I don't understand why you didn't call me. And then she gonna say to me, oh, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't call you. I don't know why I didn't call you. No, I found out that the reason why she didn't call me is because the thought of me makes her mad. The thought of me pisses her off. The thought of me sends her bunkers that she'll end up probably in the freaking hospital and gotta pull herself together because she being so nice to me and so evil that it started to affect her. Yeah, she was being so freaking evil to me, but she couldn't tell me. She couldn't tell me. Say, well, I couldn't tell you I was in the hospital because I was having so many evil thoughts about you, and I couldn't tell you I was in the hospital because whatever we tried to do to destroy you, it didn't work, and because I was dealing with the feelings of you so much evil thoughts and evilness going on. Instead of telling me that when she think about me, she literally freak out to the point where she messed up. Okay, so I'm gonna take y'all back to when I told y'all, if you've been watching the Dangling Bell, when she said to me that I asked her how come when my sister started acting weird and morbid in the sister chat and started starting some stuff with me and hurt my feelings, and then when they started making accusations, trying to put stuff on me that I didn't do. She was the one who told me, look, don't worry about it, because you know they always been boosters, they always been liars. They lie real bad. They just trying to get money out of you. They ain't got nothing, so they trying to find a way to get money from you. And I even though she told me that, I was sad because why you telling me that? Because like literally I love my siblings. Like why you telling me that this is what they doing to me? And then I called her and I was crying. I was balled up. I was in my daughter's arms crying so badly of the thought of finding out that they contact me just to try to rob me, just to try to take something from me, just to try to put me in a bad situation because they so freaking jealous and envy and thirsty and shoot, it ain't my fault you don't wasted all your money listening to Pinky and the Brain, and now everything you don't work for is gone. Now you gotta go back to work. That ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? So she telling me this is why they trying to get money out because they ain't got nothing. You know, she said don't worry about it, but I broke down, was so hurt about it. So a week had went past. Now mind you, I've been talking to my sister every day, all day in the chats, 2 or 3 times a day. We on the phone. She outside her job talking to me. She on her lunch break talking to me. She doing her job talking to me. We on the phone like constant. And then when they did this to me, nothing. I heard nothing from her, nothing. And then I asked her. I had to call her, and I called her twice. I texted her twice with no response, and then she finally answered right. And I said, hey, what's going on? I haven't heard from you. And she's like, oh, I know, I've been busy, I've been lifing. That's what she said, right? So I said, I've been waiting for you to contact me back. I've been so devastated and so hurt, and I've been hurt all week long. Just feel like I've been going through this alone. And she said, I know, especially after everything you told me. I was surprised that you didn't call me back. And she's like, I just can't do it. I just couldn't do it. She said, I'm telling you, I was so emotional, messed up. The thought of calling you and the thought I wanted. She said, I saw you calling me. I saw you texting me. I saw that you was hurt. But the thought of just, I couldn't do it. I couldn't call you. I couldn't text you. I just couldn't do it. She said, I was so messed up. I was shaking and all of this stuff. And I was like, well, but I don't understand. I thought that y'all got in contact with me for me to be back in a part of the family. She said, I know, but you know, I'm in the middle. I'm being put in the middle. Okay, let's get something straight. You the one contact me. You the one gave my number to everybody so they could contact me. You didn't give me their number. You gave my number to them. Okay, you the one told me you want me, if all the family wanted me to be connected back to the family, and now they're sitting up here trying to do some damage and do some deceitful criminal stuff to me. Now you put in the middle. Now you in the middle when it comes to me. But then you laughing at the jokes, you laughing at the morbid stuff, you hearting. Somebody gonna use a saw and hammer, you hearting it. But when it come to me, now you in the middle. And I told her, I said, well, I'm sorry if you feel like I put you in the middle. She's the only person I talk to. She's the only person that I trust. And all of a sudden, now, she don't have nothing to do with me. But I see her hanging out with the sisters, chatting with the sisters. And when the sisters laughing and talking about me, calling me names, she hearting it. understand when she told me about that phone call of how she was shaking and literally was going through an emotional breakdown with the thought of even comforting me, with the thought of even letting me know that everything gonna be alright. She couldn't even do it because she hate me so much. She hate me so much that she couldn't even see herself comforting your girl. She couldn't even call me. Talking about something, she was shaking. She felt like she was gonna have to go back to the freaking hospital. So I'm gonna tell y'all about these times I had told story time. How when I would go visit my mother, she would know I'm coming. She would know I'm coming to visit her, right? And sometimes she didn't know. I would let the evil doll know that I trusted that I was coming up. And she would tell everybody that I'm coming. And she would say, oh my God, everybody's so happy. We so excited. Make sure when you get here, you call me first. I said, yeah, you know I'm going to call you first. So y'all, why I go up and travel to my hometown maybe over 20, 30 times and maybe 40. And guess what? Every single time I got there, I called her. I ain't called nobody else. I only called her. Matter of fact, I would change my number and only keep her number. I would always keep her number. I wouldn't even keep nobody else's number. She was my only, first contact to the family, right? So I would tell her, let mommy know I'm coming. So she'd say, okay, I'll let mommy know that you coming. And she's so excited, she can't wait for you to get here, right? And remember one time I did a story and I was telling y'all how I waited for my mother. It was freezing cold up there, y'all. It was so cold that the windshield was ice. It was snow and ice. It was so much snow and ice. And at the time I didn't really understand. My diagnoses. I didn't know what goes on with my body. I didn't understand that how bad it was going to affect me. So I still was traveling up north. I had no business even traveling up north, but I didn't understand my diagnoses at the time. So I gets up there and I call her and she's like, oh my God, you here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna call mommy right now. I'm gonna call mommy and let her know you're here. And then if she says, okay, I'm gonna give you her address and I'm gonna send it to you. I said, okay. I said, what you mean if it's okay? She said, well, you know how mommy is. Mommy move. And sometimes she be acting funny. She don't want nobody to have her address, right? I was like, okay. So I waited 30 minutes, right? And it was just me and my son, because I had to, my daughter Nadine used to go to New York when she was 15 by herself. She always went to New York. She had friends in New York. So she would go over there, I think to Brooklyn or whatever. So I had already dropped her off. And me and my son had parked after we got gas and waiting for my sister to call me back, right? So I went and got my son a biscuit. And while he eating, we still waiting, right? So then the car's still getting cold, right? So here it is. An hour passed, 2 hours passed. I called my sister back. I called Evil Doll back. Oh, I'm at work. Soon as I take my lunch break, I'm gonna call. I was like, you didn't call her yet? She said, I'm gonna call. So then another hour, 3 hours. She said, oh, okay, I called her. I'm waiting for her to call me back. She ain't called me back yet. So I would tell her, I was like, but just give me mommy number. Give me mommy number and I'll call her myself. She's like, but I can't give you a number unless she tell me it's okay. So I kind of didn't take that personal. I'm like, okay, yeah, so she can't give me her number unless she says okay. Alright, so I'm not going to stress about that. I'll just wait for her to call me back. Right? Child, I'm outside in the cold 4 hours. 4 hours now. And you got the heat on. But even if you got the heat on when it's so cold, you still freezing. I still was freezing. I was so cold, right? And, so then I started trying to save gas. So I turned the car off for a little bit. Another hour passed. And I had to turn the car back on because it was getting so cold. I have nothing for my son to put on, out there. So then I call her back. It's 6 hours, right? She gonna say, okay, Mommy called me back, but I forgot to call you. I said, you forgot to call me? She said, yeah. She said, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And I said, okay. Being evil, lying. Talking about she forgot to call me, right? So, I gets to my mom's house, and she not there. Not the evil doll's not there. Nobody's there but my mom and my brother, right? So then my son go get my mom and tell my mom that I'm gonna need help. You get out the car because I'm so frozen I can't move, right? My mom come downstairs. My mom run downstairs with her house coat and her slippers on, and she grabbed me by the arm. She told my son to grab me by the other arm, and my mom used all her strength to help me get up the stairs and to get inside the building. And when I got in there, my mom got me a heating pad. She got me some blankets. She made me something hot to drink, and she's like, why didn't you tell me you was coming? I said, I did tell you I was coming. I told what's name to tell you 3 weeks ago I was coming. She's like, well, she ain't never tell me nothing. And then she said, why didn't you call me and tell me you was here? I said, Mom, I don't have your new number. She said, I told Evil Doll to give all my daughters my numbers. And she said, everybody called me but you, and I was wondering when you was gonna call me. I said, no, she never gave me the number. She's like, well, she said, well, why didn't she just tell you where I lived at? Why was you out there in the cold waiting for all them hours? And she said, you know your body can't handle nothing like that. So then I told her, I said, well, she said she forgot I was out there. She got off of work, and she told me that she was waiting for you to call her back. She's like, that's a lie. I ain't never called her. I said, you didn't call her and give her your address? She said, no, I didn't call her. So I didn't really think nothing of it. I just let it go, right? I was thinking to myself, like, I don't know, because at the time, I was saying to myself, no, my baby evil dog is so sweet. She would never do that to me. She would never leave me out in the cold and have me in pain. She would never do that to me. She cared too much for me. So at the time, it kind of went over my head when my mother said that she ain't never called my sister to give her address or nothing like that for me to come or permission, right? So now let's bring it up down. This was years ago. I'm talking about years, like when my kids were minors, were young kids. Like, okay, so I think my daughter was 15 and my son was like 11. You know what I'm saying? So let's bring it up to current day. My mother told me she had a lot to tell me, right? And she was telling me that every time I came, she felt so bad that I had been outside a long time waiting. I got to the point where I decided not to come in the wintertime anymore. Only time I would come is in the summer because I couldn't handle the cold being in the car. But I still was waiting every time I went up there, waiting for my sister to call me back and get permission from my mom to give me her address or her phone number. Because, again, my mom moved like 100 million times, right? Oh, my mom told me that when she moved and changed her number, the first person she gave it to is Evil Doll. She said she had been told Evil Doll to make sure she contact me. You know what I'm saying? But she never did. She never gave me my mom's number. She never gave me my mom's address. And then I was telling my mom, I said, it's so crazy because I really thought that she cared about me. And my mom said, yeah. Everybody was like saying like how she the only person that you really talk to or connect to the family whenever you come around. I said, and she said, I couldn't wait to tell you until you found out. She said, I ain't want to tell you nothing because I ain't want to be like, you thinking I'm making stuff up. I need you to see her for yourself. So after I started realizing that Evil Doll was against me the whole time, I started talking to my mom and listening to what she had to say. I'm using L'Oreal foundation. Come to find out, all those years that I was out there in the car waiting for my mom to call her was a lie. My mom, she was not waiting on my mom to call. She already had my mother's number. She already had my mother's address, and my mother had already told her to give it to months before. And then look, y'all, I'm up there in blankets, heating pad and everything, and that evil dog comes over, and she's sitting next to me. She literally sitting next to me, and I give her a hug, right? She hold on to me, she laying on me. I'm like, oh, I miss you. And she's so happy to see me. We hold hands. She laying on me, smiling, so happy that I'm here. I'm sitting up there with blankets and heating pads, something hot to drink, literally like shiver. You know what I'm saying? And she was the one that caused my pain, caused me to be stuck outside, and then come over and sit next to me, hold my hand, and smile and tell me that she loved me and missed me. And every single time I came up to New Jersey and I went through something, it was because of her. And then I'm gonna tell you another thing. Now, this is my assumption. I don't know if it was her or them or what, but I went up there one day, and one of my siblings was trying to start something with me because she wanted me to agree that the whole family gay, right? She wanted me to agree the whole family gay, and I said no, I can't agree that the whole family gay. So she started naming our aunts and uncles and other siblings, like everybody gay, right? Okay, everybody gay. She wanted me to admit that, right? And I said, okay, I'm not admitting that. I'm not doing that. So she's sitting up there with her girlfriend, talking me something. I told my girlfriend that even though you the only one that live a straight life, that we're gonna finally agree that the whole family is gay. Even if you're gonna live your straight life, you need to like just admit to people that the whole family is gay. And I'm saying to myself, well, her crazy tell. Why do I have to admit people? I don't give a F if you gay or not. I don't care if you gay, straight, upside down, circle, square. I don't give a freak. Like, you could do whatever you want to do. That don't bother me. And she talking about, I know, but it's just the fact that you've been living your life like you've never been with a woman. You never had a woman as a girlfriend. And I was like, okay, so but what do that got to do with you? What do that got to do with the family? And she's like, because I don't want you in our face and everybody gay and you not, and you sitting up here trying to have a problem with us. I said, okay, where? That's between you and God. I don't care what you are. It don't even matter to me. I don't care. I love you, period. And she was steady trying to put that on me, right? And in my opinion, I'm be honest with y'all, I feel like one of my siblings are just gay for pay. Like, as long as somebody gonna pay her bills, then she gay. And if a man come along, he can pay her get bills, then she not gay no more. So that's how I feel. And then I feel like another one of my sisters is not gay. I think she had an experience because they basically probably tricked her into it, because the same evil doll tried to trick me. She tried to trick me and set me up. I'll tell y'all about that another time. And I had to tell her, don't do that. Who I deal with, who I date, who I want to be with, is none of your business. I don't need you to be matchmaker. Do not try to set me up like that. But one of my sisters, she set up like that. Well, actually, she set up all of them like that. Yeah. She set them up with somebody, and they decided to be in that lifestyle. But she was the initiator. Okay? Because I believe in my heart, truth in my heart, that one of my sisters is actually really gay. And, that's just her true self. And she ain't trying to hide it or be nothing, whatever. But I don't know because I ain't gonna start nothing. I ain't gonna start nothing. Okay, but anyway. So we got into an argument about that, and she got mad. And then I started telling her. Regardless if she's gay or not, God still love her. Like, he still love her. It don't matter. Like, she still love. Like, and she shouldn't care. Don't care about what I think. Like, why my opinion matters? Who you love, who you want to be with. That's between you and a person. Like, my opinion don't matter. You know what I mean? And I don't like to have opinion on nobody. somebody's love life. I don't like to be like, you should love this person, you should love this person. I don't like doing that. That don't even come to my mind. Like, I don't really care what my sisters got going on. I really don't. I got gay men and women all through my family. Shoot, my favorite, well, okay, my favorite aunt on my dad's side was gay, and rest in peace. And then my favorite aunt on my mama's side was gay. And you think I care? I don't care. I still love her. She still was my favorite aunt to this day. They can't stand her, they hate her, but I love her. You know what I'm saying? So when I got into that heated argument with my sister, and I was like, that's crazy. I drove up here. I'm spending time with the family, and this argument happened after I gave my mom $500, gave each one of my siblings $150. Now she ready to start something. Now she done got money out me. You know what I'm saying? So then, on my way home, I'm driving, y'all, leaving, and the one that act like she was gonna jump on me and fight me, I don't know what, y'all, that would have been a terrible day for her. I'm telling you, that would have been a terrible day for her. But anyway, she ended up leaving the house, right? She left. I'm on my way home with my kids in the car. Y'all, why my driver's side wheel, the whole thing came off. The lug nuts, the wheel, the whole thing came off. The whole entire wheel came off. And good thing I'm a truck driver. I immediately swerved to this way, and the wheel hit the ground. Ran all the way up on the sidewalk. But you know what? Let me tell you something. I never really thought about that when I called my mom and was telling my mom what happened to me. It was like crazy. I even called my sister, and she was like, oh, thank God you and the kids was okay. Thank God you and the kids was okay. But guess what? Guess where I was at? I was at Evil Doll house. After I left my mom's house, I was at her house. The last one at her house, I was at her house. Back at her house. Up there, having a good old time playing cards and stuff, right? I left her house, and that whole wheel came off my vehicle. And you know what? I never once in my mind was thinking that Evil Doll and the rest of them might have something to do with it, or one of them has something to do with it. I never thought like that. But now, it's just my opinion, and my opinion only. I ain't never had that kind of situation ever happen to me. And I usually can feel like when something's wrong, like literally I took off, got on the highway, and then my wheel came off my vehicle. And by the grace of God, I was okay, and people helped me. And I believe that if I knew everything that I knew now, I wouldn't even have had that experience, because I wouldn't even have been around them. I wouldn't have been at their house. I wouldn't have seen them. I wouldn't have had nothing to do with them, period. And it's just my opinion. This is how I feel. That a lot of weird things that happened to me, now that I know that they've been holding a grudge against me for 41 years. Now I'm starting to think about all the weird stuff that happened that was unexplainable, that was just so weird. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all about another incident, and then I'm gonna be done with that, and I'm gonna get my makeup finished. I think what I want to do is go ahead and put my setting powder on, because my makeup is snatch. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put my setting powder on. So there was another incident. I really trusted this Evil Doll. I trusted her, right? Some great things was happening for me in my life, right? And at the time, I kept on getting like these invitations Jersey, talking about they want me to do a show, right? And they was telling me that they want me to pay for my plane ticket, pay for my hotel, and then once I do the show, they'll pay me back and pay me for whatever I was gonna be doing, right? So I told them that I don't operate like that. Spirit ain't getting on nobody plane for free. Like you want me to come somewhere, you're gonna pay for me to get there. I'm not spending my little change on no plane. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay for a two-way ticket. That way, if things ain't right, I can make it home too. You know what I'm saying? So they kept on begging me and telling me they really want me to come up to New Jersey and New York, right? And then I turned that down. Then next thing you know, I got this. Someone was begging me to come to Mexico, right? Telling me just come to Mexico, pay to get down here, pay for my stay, and then after I do whatever, they wanted me to do an ASMR live, right? And I didn't mind. I was gonna do it, you know. And but I told them I'm not paying for anything. You know what I mean? And I would need my money up front. Okay, you talking about Mexico? I ain't going nowhere without being paid first. And I'm gonna get all my money up front. And I'm gonna confirm everywhere I'm gonna be. I'm confirmed. Like I'm gonna need emails. I'm gonna need pictures. I'm gonna need flyers. I'm gonna need a whole lot of stuff. And confirm everything before I take myself anywhere, right? So anyway, I had turned that down. So then one day, I had got a message from somewhere in Texas, and they was asking me to come perform, and that they love me so much, and it's for the community, and you know, all the news channels is gonna be out there. It's gonna be so many people there waiting on me and all this stuff, right? So my sister contacted me, and she told me that she saw the flyer, right? And she was like, I'm gonna come down here with you. So I paid for all their plane tickets. I paid for 3 plane tickets from New Jersey into Texas so that they could be with me, because you know I love my sister. Whatever she wants from me, I would give it to her. That's how much I loved her. You know what I'm saying? So then the guy was telling me that he wanted to do my makeup, right? And I let him do my makeup. One, he tried to ruin my dress. I thought that was weird. I was so upset. Evil dog kept saying to me the whole time, well, you know, social media is fake. Social media is fake. And I was like, okay. You know, like, I don't care. Like, whatever your opinion is, I don't care. That's your opinion. And I was like, okay. So look, when I went out and I took her shopping, why everywhere we go, I think people recognized me like 4 or 5 times, and they were crying, girl, when they saw me. They were crying. They were so happy. They didn't even know. I'm sitting in line. I'm at one place. I'm in the car, and they're like, oh my God. Like, they were crying when they saw me. And then my sister, she's sitting in the car. I can't believe people recognize you like that. But this the one talking about social media fake, right? I ain't even take that personal. I ain't really care, like, what she thought about, you know, social media. That don't bother me. I do have a lot of SOLs that follow me, and I do get recognized all the time. Sometimes I forget who I am until somebody point it out. So we all went on this trip. I got the hotel, and you know what? I should have stuck to my guns. This person didn't. The people that wanted me to come didn't pay for nothing. I paid for my way there. I paid for the hotel. I paid for my dress. They even told me to dress up. They told me that it's gonna be like, you know. So I did all that. I paid for my wig. I paid for my nice dress. I was so excited, happy. something. She got some drink and some other stuff and trying to convince them to do it with her. And my son was like, no, because I got to look out for my mother. And my daughter was like, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So she kind of had an attitude, right? And then the guy was telling me, okay, don't pull where the regular people at. I want you to pull in the parking lot around the back. And I was like, okay. So pull around the building. He's like, yeah. I said, is other cars gonna be back there? He said, yeah. The people that's gonna be in the show, all their cars is back there. So I pulled around the building, y'all. It was dark as freak, and there was no way for a bunch of cars to be back there, and there was no other cars back there. I told Evil Dog, oh, he crazy. No, I'm gonna pull where all the people at, and I'm gonna get out where all the people at, right? So that's what I did. So my daughter, my son, Evil Doll, and other people, they was with us, right behind us, right? I get to the door, the guy come, and he tells them, okay, let her in, right? And all of them was supposed to come with me. They didn't let them in. So when I get inside there, the guy grabbed me by my arm, and he used his weight, and he started walking towards the back, and I was studying like, I was in shoes, right? So I was real dressed up, and I was studying like, trying to stop him, like, no, my family, right? So then I see my son bust through the guys. He was like, that's my mother. So my son bust through the guys, right? And as we were getting to the back, I was looking back at my son, and the guy was moving real fast and dragging me, y'all. And he was with the other guy. And then my son ran up and grabbed my arm right before we got to it. He was taking me to a back door, y'all. It was a back door in the back. He told my son, oh, I'm just bringing her back here because she's going to go on stage. This is the waiting room, right? So we look around, right? All the people looking at me like I'm crazy. There's 3 people. They looking at me like, why am I back here? They didn't understand why I was back there. So my son was like, well, we going to wait out here until you call us, right? So then he said, yeah. So the guy and the other guy left, right? So my son goes to the back door, open up the back door, and y'all, it was pitch black out there. It was nothing out there, nothing. And he was trying to get me to the back door, right? So then I go out there on the floor. The guy come out there. He was like, I'm gonna need you in the back, but your family not gonna be able to come back here with you. I said, then what am I going on the stage next? And I told him, I said, because if I'm going on stage, I'm gonna need help, and my son is my help, so he's going on stage with me. And he was like, no, you're not going on stage next, but I'm gonna need you in the back. And I was like, no. And he don't tell me that my son, my family couldn't come back there with me. So I said, no, I'm not going back there. Y'all, why was I at that place at 9 o'clock and they didn't call me up on the stage till 3 o'clock in the morning? And then right after I got up to the stage, everybody was leaving. But let me tell you what he did when he got up on the stage. Oh my God, y'all. Let me tell you what he did. So I'm going to be using the Jacqueline Hill, and I'm going to use this pretty pink right here. It's a pretty pink. It kind of got like some gold, like a highlight. I'm gonna use that. So he gets on stage to perform. He was one of the first to perform. I think he went up there like second. He gets up there, right? And everybody clapping, everybody like, oh, oh, everybody happy. I'm screaming for him, shouting his name and everything, right? Child, why he get on the stage and call me all kind of bees, looking at me, pointing at me, cursing me out, telling me he a real woman, he more of a woman than I am, all kind of stuff. This is what he was saying to me, and I'm like, I was shocked. So then my evil dog told me something. I think he dissing you. So then I was like, So I was talking to my son. So my son and another person was like, when he come off this stage, we're gonna confront him, right? So he comes off the stage and he told me something. It wasn't about me. He was just pointing my way, but he wasn't exactly pointing at me. That's really sorry if I took that the wrong way, but they ain't had nothing to do with me, right? So I was wanting to leave. So Evil Doll was like, no, don't leave, don't leave. I'm gonna use this pretty pink right here on top of it. So then she was like, because they were saying that they had some stuff for me, they had some awards for me, they had some presents, some gifts for me. So my Evil Doll was saying, don't leave without your gifts and stuff like that, you know. So I was like, okay, she right, let me stay, right? But I was hurt, my feelings was hurt, but I choked it up, right? Let me tell you what she did. Now we're gonna jump. When I got back home, and I was so upset, and me, my son, and my daughter, all of us was talking in the car, saying that it felt like it was set up something right. My son took off of work to come with us, and my Evil Doll kept asking me, you know, she didn't know that my son, you know, and my daughter was gonna go. She thought that I was just taking her and her people, you know, with us. I said, no, like, why would I go to a big event and not have my son and daughter with me? And thank God my son was there, because my son is strong, you know what I'm saying? And then what I'm gonna do is, it's like a pale nude in here. I'm gonna use that and go over the whole eye with. And the same palette. It's real pretty. So then, when I got home, y'all, why my Evil Doll and her people had an attitude. They was upset, right? They was acting weird. Like every time I say something to them, they were real quiet. They was whispering and talking to each other. And I was trying to figure out what was wrong. Why was they so upset? And what's so crazy is one of them had got a call from someone who in New Jersey that I know can't stand me. And they was on the phone with them. And when they got off the phone, they was feeling down and out and sad. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong, right? And I kept asking, did something happen? Is everything okay? They was acting like they was so disappointed and sad. I asked her, I said, well, did I do anything? And she's like, no, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing. So, okay, so I tried to make her happy. I tried to like please them, because I couldn't figure out what was wrong with them. When we had such a good road trip there, a good road trip back. But it just seemed like after that incident, right, they just seemed like down and like they was just like disappointed, right? And in the same palette of the Makeup Pop, I'm gonna start out with this light one, then go in with this dark green. Okay, so I'm gonna use all three. It's the light green, like a nude powder green. So then it was time for them to go home and everything. They went home. Y'all, I'm so excited waiting for my Evil Doll to call me. Instead of calling me, I'm gonna tell you what she did. She filmed the guy dissing me. And she put it up. She put up the video of the guy dissing me. I was so hurt. I was like, and then my daughter was like, Mom, this is your evil daughter supposed to love you. Why would she do something like that? Something not right. And I said, I don't know. I'm getting ready to call her. So I called her. And she was laughing and cracking up on the phone. Like, hey. And I said, hey, I saw what you put up. I said, I don't appreciate that. Take it down right now. Take it down. And she was like, but why? I said, why would you put up a video of a man dissing me? You showing him dissing me, and then you put the camera on me, then you showing him dissing me. He's a whole hater. Why would you do that to me? You're supposed to love me. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it down, right? And then I was talking to my daughter. I said, now it's just making me wonder if the incident of the guy trying to take me through the back door, did this evil doll have something to do with it the whole time? Her and somebody else, like, oh, I think it was a group of them that had something to do with this the whole time. And what's so crazy is, I'm gonna tell you why I know it was fake. Because all the stuff that they said would be in an email, everything that they was gonna give me and send me, they never sent it. And they never said a thank you or nothing. Nothing. It was nothing never there. And I feel like, in my opinion, that evil doll and somebody else set this up. And the reason why she was sad is because things didn't go the way that they wanted to go. Because my son was there and he put a stop to it. They wasn't able to do whatever they was gonna do to me. So, in order for her to be okay with whoever else was behind this, she gonna take this the third green. She gonna take that tape and put it up of this man dissing me. But now I'm starting to feel like she was definitely a part of that man trying to kidnap me. Like I feel like he was paid. He was paid, and she was down there just to witness that he did it. That's what I feel like. That's just my opinion. With everything that I know now, I'm not even just pulling this out the hat. With everything my mother told me that they have been doing and how they feel about me and what they're capable of. Like my mother literally told me there's some stuff that I didn't even know they was capable of. It's scary. And she told me some stuff that they was responsible for that I didn't even know they had something to do with. Oh, that's pretty, y'all. But I feel like I need like a little darker green. And I got a tighter brush to really bring it in. Yep, this is it. And see, at the time, I literally could not figure out why would my sister like be okay with somebody hating on me. I could not figure that out. Could not figure out why would the evil dog be so okay with someone hating on me. I was so hurt. And yeah, I let her know I was hurt. I didn't appreciate that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna go in. I'm looking for like a soft nude. Okay, yeah, just a little bit to kind of soften this up. I think I'm gonna soften it up with the pink that's in the color box. Maybe better. Oh yeah, that's pretty. And see, she was able to get close to me. She was able to do stuff that would happen because I couldn't see that she didn't have no love for me, no compassion for me, no trust for me, no respect for me, no grace for me, no mercy for me. She had none of that. And whenever she couldn't accomplish on trying to hurt me, she ended up going something because she wanted to hurt me so bad. So now that I see her and I know that she's evil and she don't have good intentions for me, now I'm starting to see all the stuff that every time something terrible happened, she was around or I was around her. And I felt like, yeah, my sisters don't really treat me well. They didn't treat me well, but I didn't think that they had it in them to try to hurt me. But I think they've been trying to hurt me for years, y'all. For years. And they've been trying to get me to the point where they can really hurt me, but I don't see it coming. I feel like when it comes to me, she sit around and think about how she can just put her hands on me, hurt me. That's all they think about is how they was going to do me. But now, I don't see them as people that love and care for me, so I'm not putting myself in a position to have anything else to do with them. Freak them, 100%. I'm done with them. They'll never get that close to me again. See, sometimes you be thinking stuff be a coincidence, and but people be setting stuff up trying to fool you. So make sure you check everything. Don't just believe the person because you want to believe that you can love and trust a person. But I'm telling you, if you always give this person, look out for this person, love this person, help this person get through stuff, but they never do it for you, something's wrong with that picture. Something's wrong with that picture. I remember when I was in the hospital, I was going in the hospital, and the lady told me to make arrangements for my kids. The doctor told me to make arrangements for my kids because she don't know what's going to happen after the surgery that I have, right? Why was I in contact with the whole family, and mainly with my sister, telling her, make sure everybody know I'm going into the hospital on the 14th, and make sure that if anything happened, y'all get my kids. Child, let me tell you something. I went in that hospital, I had my surgery, and I went through emergency. They had to save my life. Y'all, was almost out of here. And guess what? Only one person called me, and that was my Uncle Keith. Not one single person called me. Not from my family. Not the evil doll. Nobody contacted me. They was hoping that I didn't make it. But by the grace of God, I am still here. And God told me and showed me that I'm going to outlive a lot of them. And I'm going to see his wrath. That they will not get away of what they done to me. Now he said, if they repent and ask for mercy, they may be okay. But they done so much stuff. They gotta be held accountable for. Okay, that's super duper really pretty. I'm done with that for a second. Now, I'm gonna work on my contouring, and instead of using cream or anything, I'm just gonna use the Julius palette, the eyeshadow. I love it, so I'm just gonna use it. I'm using this palette right here, and of course that beautiful chocolate right there. Just want you for my own. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. Okay, now I'm going to take off the setting powder. And it's so crazy because every time I was doing good in my life, every time things was going so good, I was finally going to be on my feet. I was going to finally be in a better place. Who contacts me? Evil freaking dog contacts me. And every single time when they contact me, they have an emergency. Somebody need a lawyer. Somebody need to get the locks off their door. Somebody need to pay the light bill. Somebody needs some oil. I'm gonna tell y'all what she did. I'm gonna tell y'all about this one time. She freaking called me, told me that she needed, I think it was either oil or something for her house, right? She told me that she needed $300, right? She was so sad, so sad. So I sent it to her. And mind you, when she had asked me for this money, I had already gave her $800. I had already sent her $800. So when she asked me for that money, I really didn't have it, but I sent it because she said that she needed it really bad, right? Child. I'm using a Julius blush. So she calls me and she said, thank you so much. I got it. Y'all, I didn't even feel good. I didn't even feel good that day. I got my butt up and went to Walmart and wired and sent her that money, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, why she called me back? Why she called me back and was like, I said, what's going on? You sound happy. She's like, I am. This evil doll now. I am. I'm so happy. And then she's sitting up there. You gonna be so mad with me. Yeah, you gonna be mad. I said, mad? Why would I be mad with you? I'm not mad with you. Oh, I took your money and I threw a party. I invited everybody over. We had drinks and food. I said, well, it's your money. I gave it to you. Obviously, you're not worried about heat this winter, so it ain't nothing I can do about that. She's like, you're not mad. And I was like, no, I'm not mad with you. I said, I gotta get back to work, so I went back to work and I didn't think about it no more. Until now. She was terrible. siblings were so upset with her. And I was like, why they upset with her? She don't do nothing to nobody. She's so sweet. She this, and that. All she wanna do is love people. No, they was upset because they was right along with her doing wrong to me. But I could see what they doing, but I couldn't see what she was doing. They was upset about that. Then they was trying to figure out how come I have so much love, passion, and grace for her, but not for them. Because she was telling me everything that they was doing to me. She would tell me everything they said about me, everything they talked about me. She would tell every time she would call me and tell me they trying to do this, they trying to do that. The white one. Like a soft brown, I think. Oh, I see this. It's like a weird color in here. It's not brown, but I'm gonna see what it looks like. What it's giving. Oh yeah, I like it. And see, the reason why I got a good memory is because I always reflect on my day. I always think about my day and what's going on in it at the end of the day. Always. About Ulta Beauty and stuff, Elin. I'm gonna let that stain dry for a second. Okay, I'm gonna let my stain dry and then I'm gonna come back and I think I wanna do like a pink lippy on top of it. So let me put my eyelashes on and I'll be back. My eyelash is done, my nails is done, and I'm leaving my hair in the braid in the back. Yeah, now that I got everything in place, I'm gonna put on my pink lippy. And once this dry, I could probably add like a lip gloss to it and make it shine. I might not.